Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome. And welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be reviewing Impact Wrestling. For the first time ever on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be reviewing Impact Wrestling for January 26, 2021. Now, overall, it was, it was a decent show. It was an okay show. It wasn't, it wasn't the best show. It wasn't the, it wasn't a great show. It wasn't even a bad show. You know, it was a decent show with decent matches, and the main event was the best part of the show. It was the best part of the show. The main event was, and they made this show about the main event with Rich Swann and everybody else. So yeah, we started off the show. So yeah, the commentary team for Impact Wrestling, we have Matt Striker and D'Lo Brown. So they are the commentary team, the new commentary team of Impact Wrestling. So first we started off the show with the Impact World Champion Rich Swann. He comes out to the ring and he says all his life he always wanted to be a professional wrestler and he wanted to be a world champion. And lo and behold, he's standing here right now as the Impact World Champion. And then he respectfully calls out Tommy Dreamer, ECW legend, and this is what happened.
February 13th. It'd be my honor if you would let me fulfill a dream of mine and defend this world championship against you. Yeah.
Tommy's expression shows that his record, his win-loss record, doesn't dictate a title opportunity. His record as a human being, though, it might.
Sammy Callahan.
What is this bull crap? Typical politicking Tommy Dreamer trying to get himself over as usual, and the Impact Wrestling World Champion Rich Swann, who lost to Kenny Omega and embarrassed the company. See, I may have lost Barbed Wire Massacre, but at least I didn't embarrass the company. I am the heart and soul of this damn company, and if anyone, and I mean anyone, deserves a shot at that title, it's the draw Sammy Callahan. You agree with that? Well, Sammy's got a point. What's Bay doing out here? Yo. It sounds like we're giving away gifts. Is that what it is? Let's talk about No Surrender, because No Surrender isn't just February 13th. No. It's not just Tommy Dreamer's 50th birthday. But it's also my birthday, where I will
Birthday.
be 25 years younger than Grandpa Dream. So if there's a gift we need to be giving out, it should be the gift to the world of Rich Swann versus Chris Bay 2. That was a great match. How can two people born on the same day be so different?
And then Moose comes out to the ring. His music hit.
I actually think it's quite funny that all you guys are too scared to challenge for this title. So I figured I'll come out here and interject. Now, Rich Swann, unlike Chris Bay and Sammy Callahan, you have never beat me. And I know you're a man of your word. And I also know you have a really good memory for when I almost decapitated your best friend. Willie Mack, you did give me a title opportunity.
Yeah, I did give you a title opportunity. I gave you the opportunity last week. But what did you say? Oh, no. We'll do this on Moose's time. On Moose's time? Well, guess what? Your time's rolling, brother. And yeah, you're right. I did beat you, and I did beat you. But the match is already set. February 13th, Rich Swann, Tommy Dreamer. So I guess we on my time now.
There you go.
And
Listen,
the attack.
I don't know who you think deserves the title shot most, but the lifetime achievement
The
opportunity.
heels attack the baby faces.
With all due respect, lifetime achievement
Willie,
goes
Willie
way back
Mack
here.
comes out
Lifetime achievement.
to even up the odds.
Moose has got the most legitimate shot at this. He's already stunner. Part of me feels like it's time
A stunner to Bahh. A stunner to Callahan.
turn of Willie Mack, but for me, there's gravitas to
Takes
that
out
choice,
Moose.
because Willie coming back really changes everything. And it's because of that man right there, that Moose, that Willie was put on the shelf. And I think what Willie interjects here to the entire title situation, to everything
And
going
it's a
on,
standoff between the
just became
baby
a
faces and the
bit
heels.
more volatile. A lot of people said that Moose was playing mind games with Rich Swann. Others said that Swann is playing mind games back to Moose by challenging Tommy Dreamer.
I'm telling you, I think Moose has got the most legitimate claim to this, and I'm not a fan of Moose.
Uh-oh. Sami Callahan's hack on his phone. Ken Shamrock from behind. Attacks Willie Mack.
For quite some time, an Impact Hall of Famer, and indeed the world's most dangerous man.
Rich Swann and
I've been in the ring with Ken Shamrock.
Tommy
He
Dreamer.
can hurt you. He can break you with a snap of his fingers. That man is dangerous.
I think the pictures on the screen show us how important the Impact title is.
You know, look, these men don't like each other. There's no love lost between them. It is not about alignment. It's about the world's championship.
And that was it with that segment to start off the show with Rich Swann, Sami Callahan, and the rest of these guys, which ended up being the main event. And so, yeah, great way to start off the show. And so right after this, we had a backstage segment. It was Rich Swann, Tommy Dreamer, and Willie Mack in their backstage. And this is what happened.
Are you guys okay?
No, we ain't okay.
I know you have to be frustrated.
Frustrated? That ain't the damn word for it.
Sammy, Shamrock, Moose, Bahh. We want a match. We want a match now. You want to fire some live rounds on me? Cool. I'll UFC your ass any day of the week, Shamrock. Yo.
You know what? We don't just want a match. We demand a match. And we're going to Scott's office right damn now. Come on.
Scott! Scott!
Bro.
Where are you at?
Scott. Go in there. Hey, open the door. Hey. Hey.
It has a sign on the door that says Impact Management.
Saw what happened out there. We want to settle that right now. We want a match tonight.
You guys want a match with them?
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm happy to make that match, guys. But I don't know if you noticed or if you're good with math. It seems like you're a little bit outnumbered. Cool. We'll find somebody. Great. Let's go. No, guys. I think I got something a little better. Now listen. Impact's #1 mathematician, Scott Steiner, isn't available tonight. But I think I got exactly what you need right here.
You know, they know who it is, but we didn't. The viewer at home didn't know who it is, who it was rather. And yeah, that was it with that segment, part 1 and part 2. And so right after this, we had a tag team match. So this is our first match of the night. It was a tag team match. It was Matt Cardona, the former Zack Ryder, and Josh Alexander versus Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. Now this is most of these matches tonight. They were quick matches, and this was a quick match, a quick tag team match. So yeah, first off we had Josh Alexander and Madman Fulton. They start off the match. We had a flapjack to Ace Austin from Matt Cardona. We had an assisted outside dive onto Austin and Fulton from Cardona. We had a sidewalk slam leg drop combo from Austin and Fulton to Josh Alexander. We had a hot tag to Cardona. He delivers clotheslines and drop kicks. And we had a sliding drop kick to Madman Fulton. And then during this match, we had Josh Alexander, who is the illegal man. He comes in and attack Madman Fulton, who is the legal man. And so, yeah, he pounds onto, he started beating up Madman Fulton. And the referee, the referee didn't even get Josh Alexander out the ring. It should have been a disqualification because, he was in there longer than 5 seconds. So I don't know why the referee didn't step in to get him out of the ring. But yeah, that's what happened in the match. And then we had a Rough Rider. I don't know if he calls it the Rough Rider. Matt Cardona, he goes for the Rough Rider to Madman Fulton to win the match. So Matt Cardona, he pins Madman Fulton. So therefore, Matt Cardona and Josh Alexander, they win the match. And that was it. That was the end of the match. And then right after this, we had Rohit Raju. He's backstage, and he's talking to a mystery person. We don't know who it is. Let me see if I can find the video. He was speaking to a mystery person. We don't know who it is, and so yeah, this is what happened.
Everything is coming together. That's right. All the games that Scott and TJ want to play, all the hurdles that they're throwing in our way, I'm jumping them. They caught me sleeping. Next week this match isn't for the X Division Championship belt. However, once I beat him, I get my shot. And that's why I've called upon you. I need your help. I got to be 2 steps ahead. As a matter of fact, I got to be 3 steps ahead. And that's why I need you. I need you to help me. Now, don't look at this opportunity as just for me. You're going to be right there with me, side by side, as we're top of the mountain, looking down on all the suckwads. That's right, us together, boom, sky high. So, I got you here. Can I count on you? Yeah, I knew it. The road to redemption is right now. Let's go get back what belongs to me.
And yep, that was it from Rohit Raju. And him talking to a mystery person. We don't know who it is, but I guess we'll find out next week. And so right after this, we had Tony Khan from AEW. Tony Khan and Tony Schiavone from AEW on Impact Wrestling. And they're promoting AEW tomorrow's match. Tomorrow's match is on AEW Dynamite. And the matches for the next couple of weeks. And so it's basically a paid ad on Impact Wrestling. And so yeah, that was it. That was promoting their show, hyping each other up, hyping their show up, saying that they're the #1 show. And so right after this, we had a backstage segment from Brian Myers. So this is the former Kurt Hawkins. For you guys that don't know who Brian Myers is. So Brian Myers, he comes in backstage with Matt Cardona and Josh Alexander. So kind of a reunion.
Josh, you had an opportunity to be my tag team partner a couple weeks ago. And I guess you've settled on my Genetti.
Oh.
Sweet career move. I got to go beat a former world champion in Eddie Edwards right now, because that's what I do around here. Welcome to Impact.
That move, Brian.
And that was it from Brian Myers. And so speaking of Brian Myers, we got a match with Brian Myers versus Eddie Edwards. So this is Brian Myers, who's the most professional wrestler. The most professional wrestler, Brian Myers versus Eddie Edwards, former Impact World Champion. And yeah, we had an atomic drop to Brian Myers from Eddie Edwards, followed up by overhead belly-to-belly suplex. We had a tope suicida to Brian Myers. And then at one point we had Myers, he trips up Eddie Edwards and targets his arm, his injured arm. And we had a suplex to Edwards. Edwards kicks out. We had a backpack stunner to Brian Myers. Myers kicks out. We had a flatliner to Edwards. He kicks out. And then Myers, he tried to go for his signature clothesline finishing move that he used. And then Eddie Edwards, he blocks it and he goes right after Brian Myers' eyes. So Eddie Edwards, he gets himself disqualified by going after his eyes. And so, yeah, he goes after the eyes. He starts raking his eyes and biting at his eyes. So Brian Myers, he's bleeding from his eye. And so, therefore, Brian Myers, he wins the match. And when I was watching, I was like, man, what was the point of that? I was thinking, like, man, what, I don't know, what was that? What was that about? I don't even know what that was about. And so, I really don't know the storylines in Impact Wrestling, but so yeah, I really didn't know what was going on. And so yeah, right after this we had Kiera Hogan. We had Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz. They're backstage and they're talking about their Fire and Flava Fest.
Tasha, this Fire and Flavor Festival. You know it's gonna be lit. I mean, I thought it was gonna be lit, but I mean, the way it's looking, I don't know how lit it's gonna be. And you know, the way the ticket sales looking, we haven't really sold that many tickets. Like, and all the tickets we sold were to all the ugly people. So
Okay,
what are we gonna do?
hold on. I got a solution for that.
Outfits.
I got a solution for that. We'll just tell them it's a masquerade party. So
Right,
just
they cover their face, right?
They cover
Oh,
their face.
okay, that's a good idea. We can tell them it's a masquerade. They can cover their face.
Okay, so what about the food, man?
Right?
Who's gonna serve it?
Who is it?
This way, Swingerillas, the palace is that way.
Johnny
This is true. I actually don't
Swinger
worry about them. They live-
interrupts with some women.
Tasha, what? I think I might have got the worst idea ever.
Oh yeah, Kiera Hogan and so yeah
Tasha,
that was it with Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan, who are the Impact Women's Tag Team Champions, and their Fire and Flava Festival later on tonight. So yeah, right after this we had a backstage video from Private Party and Matt Hardy from AEW, and this is what happened.
Guys, you did it.
We did.
You
We did.
won.
We did.
You are officially the #1 contenders to the Impact World Tag Team titles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did it because I led you to victory last week. You know?
We definitely played a huge part in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was minimal.
I mean, I don't know if we was watching.
I was watching.
You know, we hit the gin and juice, and then
Hook both legs. Like
Both
you told
legs.
us.
Thank God you have finally learned something. You hooked both legs and you won the match. Good
Yes.
job. Good job. Now let's look forward. Okay. And no surrender.
Yes.
We've got to win the Impact World Tag Team titles. But
good
8
job.
days from now, on Dynamite, it's the Tag Team Battle Royal. And the winner gets a shot at Revolution against the Young Bucks, who are currently the second greatest tag team in existence. That's the spot you guys want. That's the spot you have to procure.
We beat them
So,
before.
yeah, I know you have. But what
That's
I'm
right.
going to do, I am putting a bounty out on the Impact Tag titles and also the AEW Tag Team titles. I mean, okay, bounty's a bit of a strong word. I know. I know. Let's say bonus. I'll give you a bonus. I mean, on top of that, you know, like, you're getting big money. From here, you get 50% of your payday.
Yeah.
Over at AEW, you get 70% of your payday. You know, I get a 30% cut and a 50% cut, but I mean, the AEW pay scale is so much bigger on a grander scale. I mean, obviously, I want you to be the tag team champions there too, because that's more money for me, more money for you, more money, more money, more money, more money. But let's stay focused. I need you to win. I need you to win. And now, you are going to be winners. Get your minds right.
all right.
It's time to go. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
It's time to go. Let's go.
And that was it with Matt Hardy and Private Party. You know, I already said this, man. I'm loving this new Matt Hardy. Big money Matt Hardy, iconic Matt Hardy, man. And the thing is, man, like a money hungry Matt Hardy. I like the heel Matt Hardy. And Private Party, them turning heel too, that was great. And I just can't wait to see what happens next with these guys. And you know, on AEW and in Impact when they challenge the Good Brothers for the titles. So I wanna, you know, I just want to see what, I don't know how that's gonna play out. You know, with the Impact Championships, Impact Tag Team Championships, but I guess we'll see.
So yeah, like just like what I said, I'm loving everything about it, about Private Party and Matt Hardy. So yeah, right after this we had a match. We had a one-on-one match. It was between the women. It was Tenille Dashwood, the former Emma, with Kaleb in her corner versus Rosemary with Crazy Steve in her corner. So yeah, we had a we had a sidewalk slam to Dashwood from Rosemary, and then we had Kaleb. He distracts Rosemary. So yeah, Tenille Dashwood, she took advantage of this. She grabs a camera bag that Kaleb was carrying into the ring. She grabs the camera bag and hits Rosemary with it behind the referee's back, so the referee didn't see it. And we had, Dashwood. She takes control of the match right after that distraction. We had a missile. So yeah, we had Rosemary. She tried to go for a missile drop kick, but she didn't even connect with it. She didn't even hit Tenille Dashwood with that drop kick. So yeah, they played it off on commentary that she didn't get all of it. And we had Emma. We had the Emma sandwich to Rosemary. Rosemary kicks out. I don't even know if she calls it the Emma sandwich, but it was a corner crossbody. And then we had a sling blade to Dashwood. So Rosemary is fighting back. She delivers a sling blade to Dashwood. We had a T-bone suplex to Tenille Dashwood. And to finish off the match, we had a double underhook sit out bomb to Tenille Dashwood to win the match. So Rosemary, she wins the match. It was a quick match. Rosemary, she did look like she was moving a little slow. She looked like she was out of it. But they both still look good. I want to see some of the women in Impact Wrestling show up on AEW. You have the Good Brothers showing up on Impact. I mean, you have the Good Brothers showing up on AEW. Why not bring the women? Why not bring the Impact women's division on AEW Dynamite? Because the AEW Dynamite women's division, it sucks. It sucks right now. They need some strength in that division. And why not bring Tenille Dashwood to the AEW, or a Jordan Grace, or a Taya Valkyrie, anybody there, or a Deonna Purrazzo, anybody in that women's division, bring them to AEW, have them show up on AEW Dynamite. And so yeah, that was it with the match, with the women's match. And so right after this, we had a backstage segment with Ace Romero and Larry D. And this is what happened.
She's serving now. We also
Oh no, this is not it. All right, Ace Romero and Larry D, legendary Larry D.
It's good to have you back from jail, man. No, nothing's good about this. Nothing's good about this at all. If Rosemary hadn't cast that spell on me, none of this would have happened in the first place. What are you trying to do here? What I'm trying to do? Waste whatever I do? It's not going to be pretty. Not at all.
We have Rosemary and Crazy Steve interrupt.
Get your evil self out of my face now. You got something to say. You can say,
Oh. They growled at him.
You're lucky we don't hit women.
Yeah, and that was it with Ace Romero and Larry D, with Rosemary and Crazy Steve. And so yeah, right after this we had another backstage segment. It was with Johnny Swinger. I think that's his name, Johnny Swinger. And they were backstage. They were in a palace. He called it the Swingers Palace. And they were like in a casino or something like that. So yeah, we had Fallah, Bahh, Johnny E. Bravo with the dancing women that was shown with Johnny Swinger. And you had Johnny E. Bravo. You had Johnny Bravo and Fallah, Bahh. They were playing cards. And then Fallah, Bahh, he ended up losing. And then we had Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz. They interrupt the party and stuff, and they wanted to invite everybody into their Fire and Flavor Festival. And so we had so yeah, Fallah Bahh, he was like he was there, he was like, "Can I come?" And then Steelz and Hogan, they were like, "Do you got money? Do you got money?" And he was like, "All I have is this chip." And then that was it. And then Johnny Bravo, he took the chip out of his hand, and Kiera, Hogan, and Tasha Steelz, they invited everybody except Fallah Bahh to the party. And so yeah, everybody left the room with Fallah Bahh standing alone by himself. And so right after this, we had another backstage moment. It was backstage moment after backstage moment after backstage moment, and we have another backstage moment segment. And so this time it was from Deonna Purrazzo, who is the Impact Women's Champion, with Kimberly and Susan, the former Susie.
Guys, how great was Hard to Kill,
It was
right? I mean,
fantastic.
it wasn't great because you guys weren't there, you got thrown out, but I did it all on my own. There can be no discussion about it. I submit the longest reigning Knockouts champion of all time, Ty Valkyrie, and guess what's even better? She got thrown off to jail. Goodbye. She's gonna rot away. We're gonna never see her again.
So
fantastic,
so
right?
And then also last week, Susan and I, we beat Jordan and Jazz.
Absolutely.
They're not a problem for us anymore
done.
either.
Done.
Jazz,
Bye.
done.
Jazz and Jordan Grace
So you
interrupts.
think that was it? You think that ends the problem?
I know that ends the problem, okay?
You know what? I actually think that we're one of the many problems that you seem to have, Susan, or should I say, Sue?
Yeah. You know what, Jordan? Since you want to put your nose in our business, Jazz. Next week,
Jordan, Joe, you're gonna find out why my name is Susan and not these pet names, because I will go one-on-one with you.
What?
You want it? You got it.
She don't want that smoke. She don't want that smoke.
Why did you touch me inappropriately like that?
And that was it with that segment. And so, yeah, right after this, we had the Fire and Flava Festival from Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan. Let's see, we got. Yeah, we had the festival, the Fire and Flavor Festival from Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan. Oh, hold on. All right, let's start.
Oh, I know y'all ready to get this party started.
This was cringe, by the way.
Let me hear y'all. Y'all ready to get this started, right? No. I know all y'all ready to get lit, right? I know that's right. Get hyper. Y'all ready for the Fire and Flavor?
The dancing women do not look impressed.
Y'all know what's up. Y'all already know what's up. What the hell you say? What?
This is a dumpster fire.
Your outfit is a dumpster fire.
But you said they're going to be celebrities.
You looking at the celebrity knockout tag champs? What?
These guys said there was going to be food.
Did you call me a broad? What the hell you got on? Look at your outfit. What are you even wearing? Swinger girls? Come on, hop to. Pass out that catering. You know, collard greens, ATL, wings,
ATL.
potato pie. Y'all already know what's
that
good.
potato
Y'all already
salad,
know what's good. Pass it
lemon
out.
pepper
Pass it
chicken,
out.
straight from Decatur with its gravy.
It's the best. Y'all about to
Y'all got that down south soul
Ooh,
food.
y'all don't even know.
Catered by Foremans of
It's
Nashville.
the bomb
Enjoy
right
it.
here.
What is that?
It'll be the best.
Enjoy it. This is the best catering
That's the best
anybody's ever seen in the world. Straight from the south. I'm
Straight
telling
from
you.
it.
Let me tell you something. You can slap your grandmama with this.
Ooh, she stuck her foot in there, didn't
Yo,
she?
yeah, the foot, the toe, the whole thing. Big Mama did her thing. Okay.
she did.
Yes. Yes, what I'm talking about. What? What?
You left the wrapper on the cheese.
What is? What is that?
Smell it. It's old.
Put no bread in my face.
Hold on. You know what? Let's get these bottles popping. How about that? Let's get these bottles
All right,
popping.
all right,
You
so-
know, at the cellar, swinger girls. You know the drill.
Yeah,
hop to.
hop to.
Hop
I
to.
don't know
Start
what happened
passing
with
it out.
I don't know what happened with the catering.
Start passing it out.
So you got the drinks. They passing out the drinks.
Her first.
Yeah, give it MC Lish go
She
first.
had the dopest introduction.
intro, though,
Give it to her first.
That intro.
She
That intro.
Oh, spit the drink out.
Must be some of our producer champagne.
First of all, ain't none of y'all even dressed for the occasion. Look at Johnny Swinger's outfit. What the hell you got on? Look at Johnny. Look at Bravo.
all of y'all are ungrateful. Ungrateful people.
Ungrateful. Y'all don't know nothing about a good time.
I don't know why we invited you.
Who invited you?
Oh, no.
Y'all invited them.
I know good damn well. I know good damn well. I don't. Hold on.
Hell. Is that?
They got somebody dressed as a marshmallow, a big marshmallow from
Damn well, he was not invited.
Well, you said there were going to be celebrities.
You trying to play me, huh? You trying to play and sneak up in here when you couldn't afford a ticket when we gave you the opportunity. I know that's you.
They thinking it's Fallah, but it's not Fallah.
Well, that's not Fallah. That's Nevaeh. Well,
Nevaeh.
the team that Fire and Flavor defeated for the titles.
You ruined this. You ruined this. I can't believe you ruined this. How dare you? How dare you try to interrupt what we're doing? You interrupt our celebration. What?
You better turn around.
You mad?
And Havoc from behind.
About to get interrupted right now.
God dang.
Havoc and Nevaeh have been dominating the Knockouts division. They lost the tournament finals to Fire and Flava. That's how Fire and Flava became champions. But Havoc and Nevaeh, I do believe, are not done yet. No, without a doubt, Havoc and Nevaeh want to prove they can become Knockouts tag team.
And Fire and Flavor retreat,
Thing that happened with Nevaeh, do not appreciate all of this Fire and Flava fest.
throwing the food.
We waste so much food in this world.
Oh yeah, Alicia Edwards. Ugh. She got an annoying voice, man. I'm telling you, man. So yeah, this was bad, man. This was terrible. This wasn't good at all. Like, you know, the beginning of it, like when you had Alicia Edwards, she was introducing Fire and Flavor, and she was trying to sound all hip and everything. Dude, she did not sound good at all. She has an annoying voice. She has an annoying voice, and her trying to talk hip, dude, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And so, yeah, it was cringe. This entire thing was cringe. And so, yeah, right after this, we had a backstage segment with Chris Sabin and James Storm. So yeah, they're at a bar, they're drinking, and you had Chris Sabin, and Chris Sabin. I'm thinking about Kip Sabian. Well, Chris Sabin is better than Kip Sabian, but yeah, you have Chris Sabin and James Storm. They're drinking, and they said that they're not done with Matt Hardy and Private Party and the Good Brothers, and so they want to go. They're not done with them, and they will be going after the tag team titles, and that's what they said. And so, yeah, we had another backstage segment with Fire and Flavor, and so Fire and Flavor they're upset. They're upset at what happened during the festival, the Fire and Flavor festival, and you know that Havoc and Nevaeh they crashed the party, so they're upset about that. And then you had the referee who was there, the referee that said that this was a dumpster fire. He wanted his money back, because he wasn't getting, he didn't get what he paid for. Because last week they promised him that there were going to be celebrities there at the festival, and so there wasn't no celebrities. They had no celebrities there, so he wanted his money back. And so Fire and Flavor, they said no, you're not getting your money back. And so that was it. And so, yeah, right after this we had a match. It was Joe Doring representing Violent by Design with Eric Young and Diener in his corner versus Cousin Jake. So yeah, we had Jake. So Jake, he goes after Doring at the start of the match, and then Doring, he overpowers Jake. We had a scoop slam to Cousin Jake, followed up by a backwards a backwards elbow drop. So that was impressive. And we had Jake, cousin Jake. He tries to go for a over the top rope move, high flying move, but he landed. He landed on Joe Doran, and he hurt his ankle right after that. And then we had a running crossbody to cousin Jake from Joe Doran. We had a spine buster to cousin Jake. We had a Death Valley driver from Doran, followed up by a short arm clothesline to cousin Jake to win the match. So Joe Doran, he wins the match. And then right after this, we had Violent by Design as Joe Doran, Eric Young, and Diener. They attack cousin Jake. And so Cody Diener, he brings out a chair from under the ring. And Diener and Doran, they set up the chair. They put the chair on cousin Jake's ankle. So they trying to shatter his ankle. And you had Eric Young. Eric Young, he stopped him. Eric Young stopped him from doing it. So he told him to back off. Like they was looking at him like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you stopping us? And then Eric Young, he was like, back up right now. Like back up. And so Eric Young, he had his handkerchief. I don't know what it was. It looked like a towel that had VBD on it, their initials, Violent by Design, and he throws it at cousin Jake, who was laying down on the ground. So I'm guessing Eric Young, he trying to recruit. He trying to recruit Jake to VBD. So I get, it'll probably be good for cousin Jake to join them. If you can't beat him, join them. That's the same thing that happened with Diener. Diener couldn't beat them. Diener couldn't beat Violent by Design, so he joined them. So I think the same thing might happen to Jake. The same thing will happen to cousin Jake. And so right after this, we had the main event for Impact Wrestling. And it was Moose, the self-proclaimed TNA World Champion, and Chris Bay, Sami Callihan, and Ken Shamrock versus Willie Mack, Tommy Dreamer, Rich Swann, who is the Impact World Champion, and their mystery partner was Trey Miguel, a returning Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel is back in the Impact Zone. So it's an 8-man tag team match. And we had Rich Swann and Moose. They start off the match. And Chris Bay, he tags himself in. So Moose is not happy about it. And so we had a double team move to Chris Bay from Swann and Dreamer. We had a head scissors to Callihan from Swann. We had a Samoan drop, followed up by a standing moonsault to Callihan from Willie Mack. We had kicks to Willie Mack from Bay. Mack, he tries to fight back, but Bay, he targets the leg. He targets Willie Mack's leg. We had a pop-up powerbomb to Willie Mack from Moose. We had a pop-up powerbomb to Mack from Moose, and we had another pop-up powerbomb to Chris Bay from Moose. So Moose, he actually uses his tag team partner as a weapon to take out Willie Mack. So he hits the pop-up powerbomb on Bay onto Willie Mack, right on top of Willie Mack. And then we had a hot tag to Trey Miguel. He delivers drop kicks, drop kick after drop kick after drop kick. We had a belly-to-belly suplex to Trey Miguel from Ken Shamrock. We had a powerbomb to Rich Swann from Sami Callihan. We had a cutter to Callihan from Tommy Dreamer. We had a beautiful stunner to Chris Bay from Willie Mack. We had a spear to Dreamer from Moose. So Moose, he hits Tommy Dreamer with a spear. I think it was Dreamer. Or it was probably Mack. I don't remember who it was, but it was one of them. And then we had a roll-up to Sami Callihan from Trey Miguel. So they were going back and forth, trading moves. And we had Trey Miguel, he delivers a roll-up to Sami Callihan. He pins Sami Callihan. So Trey Miguel, Willie Mack, Tommy Dreamer, and Rich Swann, they win the match. And they were celebrating. And then right after the match, we had Sami Callihan and Ken Shamrock. They were arguing with the referee that was officiating the match. And so they argue with the referee, and we had Ken Shamrock. He attacked the referee, so he might get fined. He might get fined later for putting his hands on the referee. So he attacks the referee. He puts the referee in an ankle lock, and the show goes off the air right there. And on their social media, on their Twitter, we had another video. It was an exclusive video. We had Sami Callihan. He tries to stop. He tries to stop. He tried to stop Ken Shamrock from, you know, from attacking the referee, from beating him up. And then we had Sami Callihan get punched in the face by Ken Shamrock. So Shamrock knocked him on the ground. And so yeah, right after Shamrock knocks Sami Callihan to the ground, we had the security guards. Security guards try to break it up. And so Ken Shamrock, he took them out too. And so that was the end of the match. You know, the referee's trying to stop him, but they're not getting in the ring. But the security guards, they got in the ring. They tried to stop him. And so Shamrock, he took them out. And that was the end of the show. That was the end of Impact Wrestling. The main event was the best part of the show. But it was, overall, it was a decent show. We had some decent matches. But the main event was the best part of the show. But anyway, this has been the first ever review on Impact, the first ever Impact review on D. Ryan Awesome Show. I might do another one. Might do another one next week. When Impact comes on next Tuesday, I might do another review on that. But yeah, that's it. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And that way, you will become an awesome one. And right after that subscribe button, right next to the subscribe button, there's a bell. You click on that bell to be notified on my next videos. So you'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out when you hit that bell. Share this video, like the video, comment down below, tell me how you felt about this episode of Impact Wrestling. And share this video and everything. Yep, that's it. And once again, thank you for the support. Thank you. Thank you for the support. And I'll see you guys on AEW Dynamite, which is tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow for AEW Dynamite. And another thing, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Y'all stay safe. And I'll see you next time. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. And that's that.